Yo, what's up, Team Sikovit? It's Patrick, and this is the guide to Haunted Mine. On screen right now is the quest requirement, skill requirement, and ImSikovit's quest. For the quest requirement, you only need to start Nature Spirit in order to gain access to the gate west of Canvas that allows you to enter the Mortmire Swamp, which should happen after you finish the conversation with the very first person in the quest. My video on Nature Spirit will help you out on that if you need it. For the items, all you really need are things for combat. Range or magic is highly recommended. Fill your inventory with food, and I do not recommend bringing potions because food is more important for this particular fight. And this fight actually was fairly difficult even for me, so if you can, bring a Beast of Burden familiar, which is a familiar that can hold items, and fill it with food, especially if you're low level. This is one quest that you don't want to die in because you basically have to redo most of the quest if you do. To start the quest, go to the area south of the swamp marked here on this map. The gate to enter the swamp is the area circled in yellow. Talk to the zealot and select the options run on screen. Right click the zealot and pickpocket him to get a key. Go south until you see the tracks, follow the tracks, and climb over the second to last minecart. Crawl down the cart tunnel. Go all the way west and crawl through the next cart tunnel. Head south and crawl down the next cart tunnel. Climb down a ladder to the east. Climb down a ladder to the east. For this next part, you have to go west, then follow the track south, but there's a moving cart that blocks you. There are also two spaces in the walls along the way. You have to go into one of these spaces and wait for the cart to go past you as it's going north before you can continue. When you've reached the end of the tracks, climb down a ladder. Pick a nearby growing fungus. Go a little bit northwest to find a minecart and use the glowing fungus on it to put it in there. Head a bit more northwest to where all the red dots are. Across from the red dots, check the point settings to get a map of the tracks. So now you have to solve a puzzle, and these two images will help you do that. On the left is a map of the tracks. As you can see, there are letters and arrows all over the map. There's a letter in between each pair of arrows. There's also a lever that controls each letter and the two arrows that they correspond with. So basically, pulling a lever will switch the track between the two arrows. Obviously, the arrow that's currently lit up is the active one. What you see in the video right now is a solution you need to get. So the first thing you need to do is look at your map in-game, then look at the map in the video, and make a note to yourself, whether that be like a written note or like a mental note, which letters need to be switched to the other arrow. Once you figure that out, take a look at the image on the right. The yellow circle is where you're currently at, and the two paths I have drawn out lead you to where the levers are. The levers to the east are A, B, C, D, and E, and the levers to the north are F, G, H, I, J, and K. When you actually get to the levers aren't labeled, so in order to find out which lever is which, you have to examine them, and it'll tell you then. And after that, you just pull the ones that you need to pull in order to switch the arrows. When you think you got it, come back to yellow circle, check the map to see if it matches. Obviously, if you didn't get it, fix wherever you need to fix until you do. And if you did get it, continue watching the video. Moving on to the next part now. If you got it right, just hit the start button on the left. Go southeast all the way back to the ladder that led you here. Climb up the ladder. Head to the ladder to the northeast and avoid the moving cart just like before by hiding in the wall and waiting for it to pass by, but this time you want the cart to be going south. Climb up the ladder. Climb up the ladder to the west. Crawl through the cart tunnel to the west. Crawl down the cart tunnel to the north. Climb down the ladder to the east. Go northeast and climb down the ladder over there. Go northwest and climb down the ladder over there. Search the nearby minecart and take the glowing fungus that you placed in earlier. If the minecart or the glowing fungus is not there, it means you did the puzzle wrong from earlier, so I guess you gotta go redo that. Go east past the ladder that you came from to access the other ladder to the south. Make sure to avoid the moving cart. Climb down this ladder. Run south along the east wall until you hit a dead end. Use the key that you pickpocketed earlier on the water valve. Run around to the lift in the southeastern corner of this area. Go down the lift. Head to the stairs in the southeast corner and walk down the stairs. Don't actually do this yet. Watch the video first because it'll trigger a fight, but you're supposed to go into this next room and try to take the instant looking key and a ghost will appear. This ghost is a real pain to fight because it disappears when you hit it once, regardless whether you hit or miss, and reappears somewhere else that's kind of hard to get to. This is especially annoying because the ghost has high defense, so you won't hit very often and you can't do anything about that other than just keep trying. He also hits kind of high, but there isn't a protection prayer that can help you, which is why I said food was more important than potions. One thing that you can try to do is to stay away from the machinery because he possesses them and they will damage you if you get too close and they hit very hard. I said in the beginning that you don't want to die in this quest. That is because the glowing fungus acts as a light source here, and it's the only light source that works in this place. But unfortunately, you can't bring it outside, so you lose it when you die. And on top of that, in order to get the glowing fungus from where you pick it from to here, you have to use that minecart that you placed in originally. So basically, if you died, you have to repeat literally everything you did from the moment you entered this place, except for the track puzzle with the arrows and stuff, since you did that already. But yeah, you have to repeat everything you did literally from the moment you entered this place until you got here. So it's all very annoying. Anyways, when you're ready, pause the video, take the instant looking key, and begin the fight. When the ghost is finally dead, take the innocent looking key again. Go back through the door to the east and walk up the stairs. Go all the way west and walk down the stairs over there. Open the large door to the southwest and go further southwest into the purplish pink area. Cut a piece of the crystal outcrop and that'll be the end of the quest. Also, by the way, since you're down here, if you have at least 55 mining the mithril ore vein to the northeast will complete the task. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, remember to like, favorite, and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you later. Peace.